Alright, so the new patch is live. Hell yeah. I think it broke the saves, right? Failed to load, yeah. So my game from yesterday is gone. So we can't continue that, but we want to try the new stuff anyways. So it works out fine. Alright. We have a command with changes. I just summarized them a little. That doesn't look pretty, does it? Where is it? Here. Let's make this a little more pretty. Try this command again. Yeah, it's readable. Alright. Cool. So Bloodknight was changed. He now gets masochist and repose. I think Bloodknight will be our new overlord. They will be pretty nasty. Berserker got improviser removed and now has flagrant, which will help him, but I don't think it's enough yet. Here you can now start with a revenant assassin. He's a speeder? Holy shit. Can you reroll that? Also with the revenant javelin. Who gets necroskin? Necroskin got buffed and reflexive skin got buffed. Necroskin is now 12%, stacking up to 36. Hey. Challenge. I'm just curious if you can reroll the speeder perk on him. Yeah, he gets different stuff, huh? It's poisonous crits. Crit awareness. Yeah, here's a pool. Hastening crits. Overdose. Hastening crits. Speeder. Alright, that's fair. Acid. So, Revenant Sword got more interesting. You got the assassins now. You got the javelins now. We'll play around with that at some point. But for now, go down to our new Urtuk Bloodknight Overlord. And he is now a projectiles deflector instead of a projectiles blocker. With your long weapon and fast reflexes, you are able to deflect 100% chance projectiles fired over you and your allies. Deflection will only occur if your body overlaps with their trajectory, does not deflect projectiles aimed directly at you. Interesting. So he can still be shot, but if someone else is shot, then he deflects it. Alright. Stamina cost per deflection is 35. Huh. So stamina got really important on him now. Okay. So this replaces projectiles blocker now, I suppose. And also spear wall got nerfed. It doesn't show yet, but spear wall only has 3 charges per turn now, and not unlimited. And he also is... Oh, he's a projectiles blocker. I see. And it's 100% chance now instead of 90. So this got buffed too. Interesting. I want to play around with Deflector for sure. I want to see it in action. I want to play around with new Spearball, and I want to see new Bloodknight, so this is what we're going with. Let's just wing it. Take a Brilliant Mind Counter-Strike? Sure. Let's do it. Alright, it might be a while until we find a ranged unit, but once we find one, I want to deflect projectiles. Get me in there. I'm pretty excited for this patch. The patch seems pretty good. Give him the quick counter. Soldiers retreating. No tutorials, please. Also, grass got added. So grass is a new tile which protects you from ranged fire, which is like 50%. I think range got a significant nerf with deflector now and with the tiles. I'm just not sure how much of a nerf yet. I have to play it first to really judge that. Alright, let's see it. There's a ranged unit. And if I toggle this, it should show now, right? So I toggle this, and now it shows Spear Wall. When an enemy approaches, attacks for 60%. Blah blah blah. Within one turn, first 3 hits have always 100% hit chance. Afterwards, the hit chance decreases to 0%. Resets in start of turn. Yeah. So interesting. So after the first 3 hits, you still hit them, and you still spend stamina, I assume, but it just doesn't hit them. So you still spend your stamina you have left over. Well. Let's disable it for now. Who will he shoot at? He will totally shoot at my Bloodknight, right? My Bloodknight has the lowest HP. 541, yeah. Alright. Let them come in a little. Out to position better. Projectiles blocker will have so many uses. It's gonna be ridiculous. I think Footman finally got enough buffs to where he is super good. Okay, he shot him directly, so it didn't matter. He couldn't reach him, I see. Tall grass. All units remaining in this hex will have advantage against enemy ranged weapons. Enemy sustains minus 50% hit chance. Alright. He will shoot him now. So let's position the Footman here so he can block this. Nice. Mass killer. This is a line, right? Is he gonna try to go around though? Maybe. Let's try it. Yeah, he went around to shoot him. Too bad. Let's try to ram him over. Stand in front of him. I think he's trying to shoot the Bloodknight here. Yeah, this should be a good setup. Alright, let's see it. Block it for me. Nah, he went down and... fuck. Could we have helped him? Probably not. That's right. Alright. Goes in 2, he goes in 4. Alright, let's get rid of him first. And now, shoot the Blood Knight. Ah, that reached? That was not directly, huh? Has to be a direct line of sight, huh? Maybe that's actually hard to set up. Let's get him down here. Do this. Wait. You should have blocked this, right? He had stamina. What's up, Shadow over me? Nice to see you back. Wait, he totally should have blocked this. So he went there and shot the Blood Knight. And he was totally in the way, and he had stamina. Like, this is a straight line. There's no way that's not a straight line. What happened? Where's my projectiles deflector? Does not deflect projectiles aimed directly at you. Yeah, but you shot him. Hey, what's up, Peace? Nice to see you. I'm confused. Also, he has repose, right? So, he actually survives this next hit. So, let's try it again. He wants to shoot him again, right? So, let's give him one more shot. But, if you read this, he totally should deflect it. You're first able to deflect projectiles fire over you at your allies. Deflection will only occur if your body overlaps with the projectile's trajectory. So if you're directly in the way. Does not deflect projectiles aimed directly at you. Okay, so he has to shoot at the Blood Knight. Stamina cost per deflection is 35. So he does not do anything else. He has 60 stamina. And he's in a direct line. And he will shoot at him. And he will survive because they now have repose. So he will survive with 10 stamina, 10 HP. Okay, let's see it. Ooh, deflected. Now it works. Why did it work this time? And he lost 35 stamina. That's working as intended. But the first time it didn't. That was weird. Dark Grass, eh? Is this the Conquest version? No. This is the normal version. A patch hit yesterday. This is like a small summary of what changed. So those are new tiles. They give you like if you stand in it, the ranged in shooting you have minus 50% chance to hit. They are there to like counter. Hey, what's up, David? Did that Footman have stamina? Yeah, he did. He totally just stood there. Right? Yeah. He totally walked there. Like before, he rammed him in. Rammed in this other guy who stood there, and then he walked back. So since he has repose and he is in no danger, I will try it again here. Let's see what happens. He shot him directly, I think. I'm not sure why. Did he get smarter? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in range. Now he deflected it, nice. Now it's working. I'm not sure why it didn't work the first time. Let's deflect some more. I want to see the consistency in this. And I'm not sure why he shoots him now. It seems to alternate. Like one time he shoots the Bloodknight, and then he's like, oh shit, he can deflect. Then he shoots him. Then he's like, oh, the Bloodknight is low, and he tries again or something. Yeah, he deflected again. He seems to alternate. Interesting. Now he deflected. So it seems to work very consistently now. Maybe I did something wrong the first time. But I don't know what, but maybe. That's fun. Now I shot him again. So sometimes they seem to like have an alpha of our shenanigans or something. He missed? I guess he missed. So if they miss completely, you don't spend stamina on deflection. Footman didn't have 35 stamina? Really? Huh. Yeah, maybe. But so this guy stood here, right? The other guy, we rammed him in, and then he must have had another turn to walk over, because I don't have Lightfoot to move him over. Ramming is 50, so if he would have stood there right after ramming, maybe. He had 25, I've checked. Ah, I see. Oh, yeah. So it's waiting doesn't give you your stamina instantly, right? It gives you at the start of your turn. So it was during the opponent's turn, and he didn't have his full stamina back. Okay. That makes more sense. It even does slow motion when it deflects. Yeah, deflection will be super cool. That's fun. And he still has the projectiles blocker, right? So he's a blocker now, but he's a deflector. So both have like different uses. He doesn't need stamina to block, but if he has stamina, he's better. But you need to set him up right and stuff like that. And sometimes I don't get the targeting yet. Sometimes they just shoot him instead. Alright. Time to kill him. One more time. Deflected. Oh yeah. Alright, time to kill him. Coolio. There's repose. Hey, repose working as intended. And now it's depleted. Nice. Now he's plus 99% damage. Cool. That archer misses the Bloodknight, and so he hits Footman instead. Ah, I see. That's why. So he always shoots the Bloodknight, but sometimes he misses, and I suppose he targets a random tile nearby. And if it's the Footman, then he hits the Footman. And sometimes he hits, but he deflects it. Ah, so there's the targeting is consistent then. He always targeted the Bloodknight, but sometimes he just missed it. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for clarifying that. We got another Footman with all deflection now. Let's see if we can get another. Oh, this is no. Is this new? Isn't this much bigger than it used to? Something is new here. Let's not take an agile yet. Let's take an agile, so we have more deflects. Does that push him? 35, right? So 70? Yeah, that pushes him over. So we can have more deflects. And let's try to play a bit with barricade. With trajectories, like what works and what doesn't. Yeah, they're marksmen, cool. And there's so much tall grass. Hmm. Okay, so we have a target here. We need to be a bit careful to actually win the fight often, but we can experiment with this guy. So we have one here. Let's see what works. He wants to target the Blood Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is in range, and let's stand before here. So this should not block, right? But what happens if I have double blocks? So this should block for him. Should I walk through there just to like block them from coming in? So he wants to shoot the Blood Knight, pretty sure. What happens? You're not shooting the Blood Knight? Or did they both miss? How much health does the Blood Knight have? He has 426 and he has 461, so they should be shooting him. Try it again. Maybe it was double misses. That's just a barricade, so we cannot stun you anyways. We're just shooting him. We're actually losing this fight because we're trying, but let's try it some more. So let's move him out of here. He seems to be a target. Like 4 in a row, that's no coincidence anymore. It seems like they're targeting him despite his armor and high HP. Like, his HP isn't higher anymore, but it used to be. So let's place him here. And let's get him out of here. Like this. Nice targeting him. It's actually a really bad spot to fight in. We're kind of losing pretty hard. So he's going around. Yeah, let's clean the fight up just a little bit. I'm not feeling comfortable anymore. Let's get him in there. Now he wants to shoot him, right? So this is like not a direct line of sight like it was last time, but it still should still work. So we can test it here. Now he shoots him. Ah, screw you. I got bamboozled. This is a very bad spot to fight in. Like, we're getting shot all the time. But this is where it should shine, right? He goes second. They both shoot him. They can't really both shoot him. Okay. Both misses, but there were 4 misses in a row, so maybe. Probably they like missed the first times and then this guy got low enough, so he was the main target after a while. Like when his HP got lower, maybe they actually switched from the Blood Knight to the Footman at some point. But it could be like the first 2 or 3 were misses and then he suddenly got low and they were like just shooting him. I could see that. But maybe also just 4 misses, huh? We might wipe at this. We don't have Lightfoot, so we can't really dance around here. Let's get out of the stupid position. Let's actually try to utilize the deflection while retreating here. So he goes here, he wants to be 1, 2, 3. Here. It's 167, so he doesn't die from one shot, but he dies from the second shot. Let's send here. And he goes here. Let's try this. This is not in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also not in range. But they will move around, right? Eh. Maybe not. Alright, alright. I can deflect for him if I want to. How much stam does he have? 72. He's still healthy. So let's try to deflect for him. If he survives. I didn't check if he would survive. Ha! Deflected. I did it. Wait, he's out of breath? Was that exactly 35? Wait, I attacked. Did he even have enough stamina? So he walked up and attacked, and he has 72, I think. This is the guy with agile. So he has 72. So he spent 40. He only had 32 stamina, didn't he? Maybe also the misses should be deflected? Missed hit on Footman? It would be more consistent for sure, yeah. I don't know, it's hard to figure out on your own what's happening right now, so if you wouldn't have told me, I would have not figured out with like the missed thing. Also from a gameplay perspective, I think it's probably better to have it consistent, right? You're spending stamina, and you position him in a way that you actually want to deflect projectiles. So I think you shouldn't really be punished for him taking a bad shot and then missing. Because it's always gonna be like this. Like, if you want to deflect something, he will always have a 50% shot, right? Because it needs to be a direct line anyways for the deflection to work. So I think this missing thing will come up a lot. Like all the time. So maybe it's better to also deflect missed shots. Or maybe missed shots that would hit people. No, it wouldn't really matter. Just missed shots. Let's see if he walks around now. This is a slaughter. Alright. 2 marksmen alive. Let's move them down from here. This is really bad for us. Take the 15. Just to lure them over. Okay. They want to shoot... Nah, they don't want to shoot the hunter over him. So... So, it's really important to keep your Footman healthy now, I feel like. Just because you don't want them to be targeted, you want someone else behind them targeted. Yeah, it's better, I'll do it. Hey! The live development response. That's so cool. He takes the high ground again. But now we can go in front and now we should be able to block. Yeah. Now they're going for him. So he goes next. And we can go in front and can see it. He can get in because he still has repose. Right. So this is not a direct line, right? So Can I block from here? This is slightly off, but it should still block. It feels like it's still in the line here. Hell yeah, that works. Okay. He's dying on me. Don't die on me. Can we swap him? Let's swap him over. And so this is interesting. This is what I wanted to see. So this is a direct line like this. And I'm kind of not standing anywhere here, right? So I'm suspecting this one and this one does not block. But if I stand here, it should. He goes next. And the hunter dies on us from this shot, most likely. But let's try deflecting this one. I don't have to stand directly in front of him, I don't think. Oh, he walked around? Yeah, we knew he was dead. He walked around and shot me? Okay. So he didn't take this shot. Let's kill one of them so we don't sustain as much damage. How can we replicate this? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. He only reaches here. He kind of needs to come around for this to work. Let him come around then. Has deflected. Hey, he deflected this one. Wait, really? Hang on. This works? He's in line of sight here? Or who was that? Footman Urtuk has deflected the projectile shot by the marksman. Interesting. So it looked like this worked. I didn't slow down because I didn't expect him to actually do this. So let's try this again then. Let's try it here. And he stands there. So this was the setup from up here, I think. Let's see if he shoots the Bloodknight and let's see if we can deflect this. We can! Oh, it works like this. Okay. So this line works too. That's cool. That's really helpful, because this will come up all the time. How about if we stand here? I want to see that too. Last time, if we stand here, last time he walked around here and shot us. For some reason. Maybe he doesn't want to take this shot. Maybe we blocked him too much, with the barricades and us directly here. We can deflect it, we don't have to stand direct in front. We just have to stand in the line of fire. Now I'm kind of curious how it works with elevations. He wanted to kill, but missed. I'm not sure which one that was. When he walked around and shot him and missed. Can you... So if you shoot a target and miss, can you only shoot... can you only target adjacent tiles? Or for example, let's say this is not a defect... Like he's not deflecting. Let's say he's out of stamina. So if he shoots me and misses, can he also hit this Footman? Or can he only hit adjacent tiles? Ah, it looks like he... Yeah. Has height advantage. He's waiting. Blocked. Yeah. It looks like he wanted to shoot him but missed him, so he can target them. Yeah, I see. So it works like this. It's not only the adjacent tiles, it seems like. He can also miss him and then just shoot him instead. Now he missed and it was like over here. Yeah. Yeah, he's shooting him consistently. So that was a miss. He walked around and missed. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's very consistent. And also this one works, right? Does he walk around now? No. He's not smart enough, huh? Hang on. Let's see. So if we give him a... Oh, we block him here. Ah, he cannot even escape from here. I see. How about this one? I want to test something different. Hang on, let me set this up. So here, he would have a tile from here, where he shoots me more consistently, right? So he has this shot, where where I deflected, but he could also, as soon as I move him, he could also go around. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not enough yet. Let's see if he comes off here. So yeah, he can go around and do this. So he does that. Okay. How does this work? So this is not in line of sight anymore. This is around. Like this. What's up, Modern Savagery? Nice to see you. If he misses, then he randomly hits the first obstacle or random adjacent. I see, so he can hit adjacent or obstacles. So this does not count. This is kind of a weird angle. Yeah. Okay. I can see how he would not be in the like in the line here. But we can protect him like this, right? Like this, he should be protected. Because here, he cannot shoot him, he's in the line, and also here, it's still like the same setup we had before. So he should not be able to hit him here. Yeah. Cool. So you can set it up that even if they move to the side, you're still in the line of fire. Which will be really helpful, because you can, if you want to deflect the projectiles, you cannot pin them down most of the time, and they can just move to the side a little. But if you can set it up so like this happens, where they can only move a few tiles and you're still in the same line, it's very helpful. This is very strategic. I like this so far. You can do a lot of things, like you can force them into positions where they have to shoot something that is deflected, but you need to have enough stamina. So often engaging strike will screw over projectiles deflector, I feel like. So you can just choose not to hit people, so you don't spend stamina on hitting and engaging strike. Because let's say there's someone else here, like there's someone else standing down here, right? And he's hitting him, and then suddenly he tries to move 3 times, and he hits him with engaging strike all the time. And then the marksman goes after, and suddenly he's out of stamina and he kills him. That would be very bad. But I can always choose not to hit someone with him, to not spend his stamina. That's cool. Okay. Hmm. What else can we test? So we know about this one. This is the one I was most curious about. In that position, he doesn't deflect? You mean this one? Ah, you meant the other one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like when the marksman was here, down here, and yeah, I can see that. Like here he still deflects. Here it's still the same from this one, but wait, what was the angle last time? I think it was like this, right? Yeah, it was like this. So it's not. Yeah, here he should not be able to deflect. Here's repose, right? So here he can hit him. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't look like he's in the line anyways. If it's like slightly to the side like this. So this is the line. Yeah, I think this is the line here, right? Like here, the line of sight, and if he stands below that, he's not being able to deflect. But if he were to stand up here, he would be able to deflect. Yeah. Right. Can we bring him in? I kinda don't want him to die here. Can we bring this guy? He has no Curus, 167 HP. So he survives the shot. Hmm. Gotta have to end this fight. We're running out of stuff. This seems new to me. This seems bigger. I think this is the conquest screen now, where you can fit 12 people. I'm not sure. I don't really remember what the other one looked like, but I feel like this is bigger. Ah, yes, bigger. Ah, yeah, that's what you meant before. I see. Doesn't come. It's bigger. Yeah, I know, right? What do we even? We want Lightfoot. Let's swap around more. They're guaranteed to have a marksman, right? Oh, I should have went for more agility, but whatever. We want Lightfoot on him. He's the one with the stamina, so he can swap around. We also kind of want to see spear wall, like the spear wall hits after the first three, but we don't have enough stamina for 3 hits anyways, so we can probably only check this very late into the game. Hmm. This is a 2-tile. We cannot walk up here. Walking up here is generally pretty bad. He blocks us here. This is a 1-tile where we get stuck at, and even if we get up here, they have like height advantage on us. This is really bad. This is really bad. We can't really walk in, so let's just sit around. This guy, holy shit, is this open? I think this is a pit behind. This is a situation where it's really hard to see what's behind. I think this is a death pit, but hard to tell. um, yeah, and I don't think this is walkable. He's only accessible through this tile. Where do we fight? Where do we fight it then? Could fight it up here. Could fight it here-ish. Here is fine. Where's my 6 H's though? You liked the game yesterday? It's really cool, isn't it? I was thinking about if I want to like finish the game or not on stream. And maybe I will at some point, but I'm really hyped about Urtuk beta right now. Like the new patch. It's gonna be really cool. There's a lot of fun stuff to play with. I think I just needed a break, not because well, not because of the game itself, but just because I played it so much. Which is like not a bad thing, right? But now that we have new content, I'm pretty hyped for it. Well, not new content, but like other units being viable again and new mechanics and stuff. We don't want to charge in here. Here's no light foot. Alright, need to get off here so he doesn't screw with us. He's gonna ram him, that's fine. Maybe now he's gonna ram him, yeah, he's gonna ram Spearman. Let's not let him ram Spearman. Alright, want to see with him again. Hey David, since you're here, something I haven't mentioned yet. Is it like would it be possible to make Angel's Pact accessible without unlocking it? Like just let it unlock at a certain level. I talked about this before on stream. I think every other achievement perk is optional. Like it's nice to have, like Brother in Arms, and you unlock it casually. And I really like the achievement system of unlocking it. But I think Angel's Pact is special in that you need it as soon as you can. And very often I find myself saving someone with low damage, like the X-Men or something, as soon as I can get it at level 5. And I have to sit there and get hit a bunch and like set it up and have to farm it basically. Because it's just so necessary. It's such a game changer that you kind of have to have it. As opposed to like Brother in Arms or Poison Immunity is good too, but it's not like game-breakingly good. Whereas Angel's Pact is. Or Executioner or Mass Killer or something, it's all cool, like you get it casually. Like if you do the requirements and stuff. But Angel's Pact you just need to have. Okay, so this should block, right? And I want to see not only the lines here, but I also want to see where he can go. Like how far we can allow him to move to sides and still be able to block. So let's say this for example. I'm pretty sure he blocks the whole corridor. There's no way he can shoot him now. He can walk up here, but this should still block it. Yeah, exactly. He still deflects it. So this is good to know. Like if it's a direct line, he can still move 1. But if he were to move 2, then he would no longer block it. So we can allow him to move 1 to the side like this. Or he could also walk here. Like let's say the mountains weren't here, right? He could walk down 1 which would still block it, but down 2, and we wouldn't be able to block it anymore. So like this, it's 2 that it would have to walk to hit us. But if he stood here, then he would walk down and would hit him. Alright, let's move to some more open tiles here. Let's move down here, so we have some room without obstacles. Ow. Nah, he's been slowed. Does he two-turn him again? No. We're good. New page, what's up, Summer? Yeah, we're playing around with deflection. Oh, you're still playing on the old patch, right? You want to finish your run first? So, who's the target here? 397, the Bloodknight is still the target. Okay. So, let's see the power of the Footman here. Live in action. This is not enough yet, so... Here he missed him and shot him. So let's do it like this. There's no way he shoots him here, right? Oh, he shoots him. I should bait it. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, fair. Point for you, marksman. Point for you. Alright. So there's no way he shoots him here. Ooh, that counts. Cool. Yeah, that's the same setup as before, I see. So, yeah, that's gonna be one of the challenges with positioning. They can just walk 3 and shoot, and they can walk around your deflection. But what do you do if you do this? Now you cannot walk around, can you? You can walk here, I guess. Ah, you can still walk around. Fuck. Yeah, it's gonna walk around here. So how do you position this? Just have to do this, and he walked. Nah, that's too narrow. That doesn't really help in a real scenario. I'm just trying to think of, is there a way so you can set it up so even with 3 movement he cannot shoot you? That would be a very big deal. And I don't think there is. Not if his movement is unimpaired anyways. We need more Footmen to close all the angles. Oh no. Suddenly more Footmen is a viable option. Feels bad. So here, I don't think there's a way for him to shoot here. So even if he goes here, this is still blocked. Interesting. You could do it like this. Like, this guy would not have to be a Footman. He could just be any melee unit. And you can block him out from walking around and shooting him here. And you can protect one side, I think. So this side is protected. I think he's gonna try to walk up here. Or maybe he just shoots him there. Yeah. Wait. Oh no, there was one too much. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I'm dumb. There was one too far up. Here it should be pretty easy. So we have one blocker here. And we just sit here. And there's no way he shoots him now, right? Yeah, we deflect this one. Screw you, marksman. I'm Neo now. Welcome to the Matrix. I'm enjoying this way too much. I've been bullied by marksmen for so long that I just want to see them suffer. Guess Footman is finally viable? Hell yeah. This makes them so good. Also, I've seen make him run out of arrows. They totally should, right? Man, what kind of training does he have to just hit arrows out of the air? The effect looks cool also when he shoots. It's like he's doing a small like attack animation, and then the arrow is bouncing off of him, and the arrow is flying back there. The problem is like this, right? You would need 2 blockers to fully block it. Now he could not touch him either. He would try to walk around, but he's still in range here. And the other one deflects, but you would need 2 footmen. At some point you have too many footmen. And Shiki would tell us that's not possible, but it actually is. Is this in range? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not in range. So we could just stand like this. And yeah. This would also work. So he would not be hit. Let's try something different. I want to test their AI a bit more with this setup here. Does it have to be a footman here? So obviously if I send anyone else here and he walks over and shoots me, then I will not be able to deflect. But right now he has high ground here, and he prefers high ground if it's the same, right? So does this need to be a footman? Or if I block this shot with anyone else, does he also just sit there and shoot me? Because that would be a big deal. Let's get the footman out and tag team the spearman in. He's still lower HP, so he still wants to shoot him. So now we swapped out this footman with spearman. And my suspicion is he will still sit there and shoot, because in his mind both are blocked shots, but this has high ground and this one doesn't. So he would still do this, right? Yeah, and he just missed him. So he missed the Bloodknight and shot him instead. And since it's on him, he does not deflect it. He's a soldier, huh? It does not deflect projectiles aimed directly at you. Yeah. So this does not need to be one. So you can manipulate them with giving them a better position. You don't care about their position anymore. Like, they can have 10 elevation, right? It doesn't hurt you, as long as you do it right. And then just block the shot with someone else, so they do not walk over. Like, they do not walk around. Because for them it would be a block shot anyways. I don't think they detect deflection in any way. Yeah. That's really helpful. So you can do it this way with one footman. I don't think you want to have more than one Footman. He will be king. Hey, what's up, Pistol? You could also use it in narrow choke points with ranged units, put your glass cannon behind Footman. Yeah, for sure. So 90% to block? What do you mean? It's 100% to block. You mean the deflection or what? So the projectiles blocker was buffed. So it used to be 90% chance, now it's 100% chance to stop arrows behind you. And he does no longer have projectiles blocker, he has only projectiles deflector. Which deflects arrows. Which means he spends 35 stamina and he just deflects them. Yeah, they just disappear. So it's two different things now. But since he does no longer have projectiles blocker, it means if he runs out of stamina, he can shoot him. But right now, he has a 100% chance to deflect this. Sometimes he gets hit, but this is by him missing his shot. So if he shoots the Bloodknight and he misses his shot, then he randomly shoots around him, adjacent tiles, or he shoots the obstacle. And if he shoots the obstacle directly at the Footman, then it's aimed at him and he takes damage. But David already said he wants to change that. Alright. Let's finish it up. Also, he has repose now, and it's so cool. So he has masochist by default and repose by default. And Blood Knights will be our new overlords. It just says repose. It's so strong. And masochist, that's incredible. Blood Knights got some massive buffs, yeah. They needed it, but I'm not sure if repose is too much or not yet. It's very strong. How much vitality do you really need now? Maybe you could build Blood Knights differently. Nah, you still need it, right? You still need to go into vitality. You mean Vampire Lord? What is Overlord? He's super useful now? Yeah, the Footman will be so strong. Wear dorky hats and edgy face paint, while Blood Knights are chaps with big and thick heads. Kinda like Last Stand, yeah, but without the downside. I think Last Stand was changed, right? To reduce your HP by 25% for this combat. Whereas Repose doesn't have that. But it's also not replenishable. So you can only have it once per battle. So this is kind of a lost stand. On next lethal damage, survive with 10 HP. If you have a melee weapon strike, the next adjacent enemy with full stamina, full mending, and 100% lifesteal. So our plan is to give Urtuk reflexive skin. My guess is reflexive skin is super busted. Incredibly busted. If you can heal. So reflexive skin does not require stamina anymore. It instead drains 10% of your current HP and is disabled if you get below 25%. But A Blood Knight with Leech just heals it back up, right? So let's say he has enough HP to just sustain the hit, then he hits them back and heals it back up. So he can just get in there and he can counter strike like an unlimited amount of times. Just spend his HP, which he heals back up. Yeah, there's no stamina required right now. Also, Necroskin got buffed from 30 to 36%, but that's much less of a buff. It's starting to get good though. 36% damage reduction? Well, okay. But Reflexive Skin seems really busted. And I want to play with it. And I think, especially in combination with a Blood Knight, it's super strong.